Hi guys, welcome back. And in today's video, I will spotlight my both Angraecums. So this is a requested video. It's a question from Orchid Garden, and he or she wants to know how my Angraecums in semi-hydro are doing. So first, this one is the Angraecum sesquipedale. And this big one is the Angraecum Crestwood Tomorrow Star. So they're both in semi-hydro. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I will start with the Crestwood Tomorrow Star. It flowered the first year. I have it now, I think about 2 years already. And it flowered the first year, but this year it didn't. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the transfer into semi-hydro. But when I got it 2 years ago, it was already in spike, and then it bloomed. And then I reported it into semi-hydro. And well, this year it didn't flower. But maybe it's still adjusting, I don't know. But it is still growing. It's making leaves. Some of these leaves are a bit smaller than the previous ones. I think I need to adjust my fertilizer because I'm giving it about 200 ppm. But they might need some more fertilizer. So maybe that's it. But otherwise it's just doing absolutely wonderful. Here's a little keiki. The keiki is still growing, making leaves. Here's another leaf as well. And well, root-wise, well, I don't know, because the pot is not transparent. But its root I broke off, it snapped. Now it created a new root tip, and I will try to adjust it into the container. I also did it with this one, and it goes really well. But yeah, I think that's a good sign. So yeah, what else can I say? It's growing in Cattleya light, so it's a southeast window, and I feed it about 200 ppm, but I will top it up a bit more to see what it's doing, and it will go outside within a couple of weeks. And this one is the Angraecum sesquipedale. It's also in Cattleya light. It's in kind of a dry environment. I think the humidity upstairs is about 30%, so it's not a lot, especially on bright sunny days. But it is making leaves. This is the previous one in my care. I think this one and this one were grown in my care, so they're still getting bigger. It is creating another tiny leaf right here, and it's doing quite well actually. But there are a few things I want to address. Let me get you in closer. Alright, so as you can see, there are a few roots, like this one right here. They stopped growing. I'm not sure why, but I think it has to do with the low humidity in the room where it's growing, and it's also just right in front of my heater, my central heating, so that's like extra dry air. And here's also another root that was going into the media, but then it stopped growing. So that's a bummer. I hope when I put it outside, it will start growing again. But otherwise, the roots, I will show them, are doing good. The orchid is quite stable, so it can support itself with the roots that it has now. So that's a good sign. And here you can see the tiny leaf. So you see some brown markings right here. Those are actually sunburn. And also right here, I believe that's sunburn as well. that's my fault, because when I got it, I placed it like directly into too bright light, and this orchid didn't got the time to adjust to the light, so it got a bit burned. And this orchid is a bit like a, well, of course it's monopodial, so it's like growing in one growth. Sometimes it makes kikis, like the Angraecum Crestwoord. But yeah, it's just too bad when you have burns like this, because they can stay on this orchid like forever, just like a Vanda or a Phalaenopsis. So you really want to be careful with those leaves, because you have to look at that for quite some time. Now, let me show you the root system, if I can get it out of the container. There it is. So here's a root. You can see a green spot right here. There's one here, over here, like down towards the reservoir. There's one here, and there's one here. Or did I show that already? I don't know. And yeah, so that is the Angraecum sesquipedale. And like I said, I just treat them like Cattleyas, and I think they do quite well in semi-hydro, and especially this one. It doesn't have a lot of roots going into the media, but when they go into the media, they will branch out. There's my cat playing with a pointy stick, so sorry for that noise. But yeah, so I will definitely say just try it. I know it's a bit risky, but also with the repotting, people say Angraecums are really difficult to repot, and they really need the time to adjust. But in my experience, it wasn't really traumatic for the orchid, and I wasn't really careful with the root system when I unpotted them. So yeah, just try it, or maybe buy just a seedling, an extra Angraecum, and try it out with that one first. But I think in the end it's really easy to take care of them like this in semi-hydro, and in the future with another repot it's just easier. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for your question. And if you have more questions, I know you had another question about the Dendrobium phalaenopsis. I will address that in another video. But yeah, that's it for now. If you have any other questions, just let me know. If you want another update for a specific orchid or how I grow my orchids, just say, and I will try to provide the information for you. Okay, so that's it. Bye.